Oh, yes, you can.
Yeah, I think we are live, Sanjeevan.
Yes, we are.
So, good evening, everyone. My name is Sanjeevan Bhuya, and today I'll be the host of the evening. And I believe there'll be a little bit of commotion behind me because there's a wedding taking place. So, just don't mind it. And we'll right away start with the competitions. Okay, so our first competition today would be the extempore speech, right? So, what are the judging criteria of the extempore speech for today, right? First, the it would be time. How much time a student is taking is very much important. The time limit is 2 minutes. So if the student does not end in 2 minutes, their points would be deducted. The amount of time they take, the further they take, it would be deducted. Second, the content. The content really matters. The content should be cohesive and coherent. Okay, it should be beautifully put forwarded. And now, why example speech is important, first of all, right? Example speech is important because in in life, most of the times, you would not have a script to yourself. You won't be prepared. You have to go impromptu. You won't be prepared. You have to go at the moment right away. Now, it prepares you for that moment, right? Now, who are the students who are participating in the extempore speech today? I want the names.
Good evening, sir. I gave my name for the extempore speech.
Okay. And who else? Who else is there? Who is present in the meeting? Okay, I believe students are still joining, or is she the only one who is going to be in the extempore speech today? Okay, just do us a favor. The participants who are going to participate in the extempore speech, just provide their name in the chat box. Yes. So is Debangshi the only one? Okay. Pavani is there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. Who else is going to be there? Rachana ma'am, would you be so kind to please present the presentation for extempore speech? Okay, without further ado, let's just start with the speeches because we all are excited to listen to the kids. Okay, so first we'll start with Debangshi. Debangshi, your topic would be, and we'll give you a minute to prepare yourself, and we hope that you do well, that if artificial intelligence is a blessing, how can it be further exponented? You know what? Rather than that, do this. If artificial intelligence a blessing or a threat to humanity's fate? The Bangshi is the more.
Yeah, I mean, is artificial intelligence a threat or blessing to humanity? Is that
Yes,
my topic?
yes, that's the topic.
Okay, okay. I'll get 1 minute to prepare, I believe.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
I have the timer with me.
Okay, sir. So the timing for the speech is like I get to speak for 2 minutes, I suppose.
Yes.
Okay.
Devangshi, your time is over.
Okay, so good evening, a very warm good evening to one and all present here. I am Debanshu Chakraborty, a student of St. Francis de Sales School, Narangi, Guwahati, and today I am here to speak on the topic, which is artificial intelligence a threat or a blessing for humanity? Well, we can't really say if it's a threat or blessing because it really depends on who is using AI, and it depends upon the person whether they are using it for the right reasons or for the wrong reasons. For example, we use AI for to learn something. For example, if you want to prepare for a debate speech, let's take, then we will obviously use AI to know the recent updates about the particular topic, or to know in general, to know the main points, and then later on we will expand on it ourselves. AI also helps us to take over the more repetitive jobs, and so that we humans can focus on more complex and more creative work. It also like in it also helps in the personalization and daily life improvements, such as it features virtual assistants, personalized recommendations, and smart devices, which enhances the convenience and customization in everyday experiences. AI also analyzes vast amounts of data, reveals patterns, trends, and insights which can be difficult for human beings to detect. This supports more informed decisions in domains including the medical diagnosis, risk management, and business strategy. But these are only the good points of AI. Whereas the people who use it for the good reasons, these are the points which we can give. But there are also many risks and challenges which AI poses. Like it has a risk of plagiarism nowadays. As I have this experience, people they will go to AI, they will type in a particular topic, and the article or whatever poem they need, they will just copy paste it from there and they will submit it as their own work, whereas it is not really their own work, it is somebody else's work, uh, and which had been put inside that AI model, and they just took it from there and they copy pasted it. Basically, that is just plagiarism. And nowadays, many publishing platforms, they do use AI to help children, or to help people to write their stories or write books, which is not really authentic, because using AI, because it means that AI is replacing creative work day by day. There is no respect for the authentic authors, the authentic writers, the authentic poets, because any Tom, Dick, and Harry can become a writer, a poet, an artist nowadays. They can just type in whatever they want in the AI model, and then they can just copy paste it, post it on the internet, saying that it's their own work. This is what is happening. There's also work displacement and workforce job displacement and workforce changes, as AI is slowly and steadily taking over the jobs which were done by the human beings, which is leading to a significant job loss, especially for roles involving routine and repetitive tasks. There is also a loss of privacy and increased surveillance. AI technologies, it uses facial recognition and data analysis, and it can be leveraged to monitor individuals and populations on an unprecedented scale, threatening personal privacy and civil liberties. So is it really a threat or a blessing? Well, it is both a potential blessing and a threat to humanity. Its remarkable capabilities offer opportunities to solve pressing problems, advance science, and improve the quality of life. Yet, without responsible development, oversight, and ethical considerations, AI can magnify social divides, introduce new dangers, and even risk human well being at a basic level. And I would just repeat what I said at the beginning, that AI is not really a threat, neither is it a blessing. It just depends on who is using AI, whether that person is a good person or whether that person is an unethical person. Then that just is the product of, well, you are using it for the good reason or the bad reason. Because if a good person uses AI, then, well, obviously it will be for the good reasons, and if an unethical person uses it, then of course we know what will be the consequences. With this, I would like to end my speech. Thank you.
Okay, Devangshi, your speech was really wonderful. All of us loved it. But the issue here was the time that you took was 3 minutes 35 seconds. So we expect that you are within the time limit. Okay?
Oh, I didn't know
Yes, yes. I was
the
tapping.
time just
Yes,
crossed.
okay. No
Oh,
matter.
I didn't hear that you tapped.
Yes, yes, yes. Next time, it's fine. It's fine. The point is, if your speech is really amazing, even if you exceed the time, right, it will be 1 point deducted or 2 point deducted. At the end of the day, content is the most important factor here, and your content was amazing. So you don't need to be disappointed. It's fine. Participants who are coming after the bounce, just be careful. I'll be tapping after the mark of 2 minutes 30 seconds. Just listen to it. Okay, that's all. Pavani, you are next. Are you ready, Pavani?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So since you are in group A, okay, your topic would be, if animals could speak, what would they say about human? If animals could speak, what would they say about human beings? Your
Sir,
preparation
can I
time is,
get one more time?
oh yeah, if animals could speak, what would they say about human beings? Pavani, your preparation time is over.
Okay, sir. If animals could speak, so if animals of zoo will say that they take a great care of us, they give us food, what else we need? We get nature, but if it's stray dogs, so they will say like how bad these people are. They just hate us and never take care of us. And like cows, we take a great care of cows. We uh, uh, we do puja of them and have a lot, and then there are Govardhan puja and everything. But stray dogs are just like roaming around. We hit them from many things like stones. We don't give them food. We make them run out of our area, and but dogs, cat didn't harm any us. If we will harm them, so they will say it's like bad, like a cow, buffalo, how lucky they are. We they we worship them, and it's a very great thing. But they hate us, and zoo animals are lucky. They are just but locked in a cage, but they get everything like food food, water, and they love to being there. They get water to bath, water. Elephants also, they get bananas, coconuts, and everything. So if like animals are not in zoo though, so they will not like human beings. But in zoo, animals will like human beings because we give them everything. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Okay, you spoke under a time limit. You did not speak, you did not go to the time limit. You finished before the time limit itself. But the speech was wonderful. We loved it. Thank you very much. Since most students have joined, are there anyone who is interested to join in this extempore speech? And just so you know, it's open for everyone. We're just here to listen to you. It's fine. Saransh, what about you? You don't want to do the extempore speech? Okay, fair. What about Kushrit? Kushrit, you don't want to do the extempore speech? Okay, just so it's very important.
Kushit, you will get 1 minute, my dear. Try. Okay, sir will give you 1 minute with the topic, and the very easy topics are given by sir.
Okay.
So they're getting quite nervous. So yeah, if you once you
Yes.
can give it to Kushrit and Gunika, they will surely participate.
Yes, please.
This summer workshop, it is taking place so that all of us, it's more important for the students that they could speak and listen, right? So everyone needs to speak. We are all here for you guys. So it would be great if you would take the initiative and come forward and speak by yourself, right? So Kushrit will give very easy topics to everyone. You just need to speak. You just need to speak. It's fine. Improvise it. No one is going to judge you, or no one is going to think that you are speaking in a very bad manner or ill manner. Just speak your heart out. That's all. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Well
So
done.
Kushrit, you are in group B. So okay. So your topic could be, should success be measured by wealth or by impact on society? Should success be measured by wealth or by impact on the society?
Okay. So, I think so. Success should be
Wait a second.
measured
You'll
by
get the preparation time, Kushit. You'll get 1 minute. Okay? Think about it.
okay. So success should be measured by our own capability. No one can measure our success, and uh, success is a thing which is earned by ourselves. No one can give us the success. So I think so that success should be measured by our own self. No one should measure it, or any society cannot measure it. So um, six. Mm, Um, like success is a thing which the societies, basically in societies, there are some people who says that she can't do anything, she cannot say anything. But if we see on our success, so we can do everything. We can earn our success even. And if we are confident and we can, if we are doing that, we are we need to achieve the goal, so we can just achieve the success even, and get independent. um, Nowadays, like, girls was not getting the rights for studies, and not they were not even allowed to get success further in their lives. They were just married and went off. Now the girls are also given the rights, like um in the voting section they are also having the rights. And nowadays, girls even have the right to get the success. They are capable of doing everything they want. It's their wish. It's their wish if you they want to get the success or get married even. If they will be independent, so they can do everything. Thank you.
Thank you, Kushred. It was a wonderful speech.
Thank you.
And just to be sure, even though we use the word judgment, right? There's no
Yeah.
judgment. There's not going to be any persecution, right? We're all here to listen to your thoughts.
Yes, sir.
No need to be nervous. No one is going to eat you, or it's fine. Okay? Take your time, even if it's you have to take time within the speech, take time, gather your thoughts, and then put it out there. It's fine.
Okay, sir.
Gunika, you're going to do next.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'll give you the topic and then you'll get 1 minute of preparation time. Take the preparation time, think properly, then use 2 minutes 30 seconds to put your thoughts out there in a cohesive. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, this is going to be a topic that I feel that every one of you will feel very passionate about. Should homework be replaced by creative projects? Should homework be replaced by creative projects? Here, creative projects mean, let us say, a project on history or geography or any sort of project, rather than tests, rather than continuous tests where you have to do parrot reading and put it out there. It could be a creative projects. So, should homework be replaced by creative project? That's the mode. That's the topic. And your preparation time starts now.
Yes, the creative project can be replaced from the from the hist- from from the from the studies, but they but uh, if we have to do creative project also, so we have to know the basic things, the topic. If we don't know or we can't understand, so how we will do it? Like example, if I can take this if when we do studies, then only we understand that which type of project we have to make. If we are taking the Harappan civilization, so if we not studied about that particular uh, that particular subject, so we can't make the project also of that. So it is better that we should first we have we study the project, study the chapter, and then we come to the project. Because if we can't if we do not study the chapter, one chapter of every subject, so we can't do the project also. And if sometimes I also think that why we study, can we take in place of Hindi, we only study about idiom and the phrases. But when I grown up, come to know that I understand that why the basic things are important. Because if we don't know the basic things, so how we can understand others? So it is important to first we learn basic things, and then we come to another. Because if we jumped from 1 to 10, so we how we know what happened in the middle of it. So it is important to learn first basic things, and then we go on the next level of it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Gunika.
Thank you, sir.
Turner, are you motivated to speak now? Sharans, can you hear me? Yes, Sharans. Are you motivated to speak now for the extempo speech? Okay. Tejashwa is also shaking his head that he is also not motivated. Ritu, are you? Are you going to participate in the extempo speech?
Yes, sir.
That's great. That's great. Thank you for taking the initiative. Ritu, your topic would be, does social media create genuine connection or superficial relationships? Ritu, did you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I'll repeat the topic again. Does social media create genuine connections or superficial relationships? Ritu, we'll provide you a minute. I'll tap when the minute is over. Then you can start speaking. Okay, Ritu? Okay. Your time starts now. Ritu, your time is over. Ritu, your time is over. Ritu?
I think, sir, she's facing some network issues.
Most
We can
probably.
try with Aradhya More.
Okay. Aradhya, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Aradhya. Okay, Aradhya, your topic would be the world without social media, better or worse?
Okay, sir.
You'll get a minute and I will tap when the minute is over, then you can start with your speech. Okay?
So can you repeat the topic, please? I've missed it.
Definitely, ma'am. The topic is world without social media, better or worse? The world without social media, better or worse?
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Aradhya, your time is over.
Yes, sir. I am ready. Can I
Oh,
start, sir?
please start.
Sir, social media is means famous in the world, and it is sharing news, videos, and means like all the news of world, whatever happens in this city, whatever happened in this state. Like social media share like the means in Pahalgam, the Pakistani attacks on Indians, so that this that the social media have shared. And sir, the social media shares means I said like news, photos, videos. So they share means the famous, like sir, I said one example. The second example is the Air India plane crash in Ahmedabad. So it shares the news, and it can be shared the newspapers. If the social media will be not there, so we don't know what will be happened in the world. So that's why the social media is important. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Aradhya. You spoke for 1 minute 44 seconds, and thank you for your speech. Uh,
Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Aradhya, once again. And Swati wants to participate as well, right? Right, Swati? Okay, before Swati, Ritu, will you be able to participate now? Probably Ritu. Ritu, can you hear us?
So we can move to Swati because Ritu is facing a lot of network issues. It's raining over there, actually heavily. That's the
Okay.
reason. Yeah.
Swati, we'll just provide you a topic. Okay. Swati, your topic is preserving traditional culture more important than embracing global modernity? Is preserving traditional culture more important than embracing global modernity? Are you able to understand, Swati? Or should I repeat the topic once again?
Yes, sir, I understand.
Okay, okay. Your minute will start now. I'll tap once your time is over, once your preparation time is over.
Sir, can I start?
Yes, you can. Please start.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Swatinsa, and I am representing my thoughts on the question which is sir give to me. Tradition and culture in India, Indian culture is especially a heartbeat of nation because we have most awesome culture in Indian society. It's like a root that keep things grounded while the world is spinning fast. Festivals like Diwali, Holi, and traditions like in our local areas, normal family gatherings, rituals, they keep people connected with each other, so we don't feel like lonely at home, and we can celebrate more our thoughts with our families, and we can share our problems with our families too, and we make lots of friends and connected, feel like we connected with our society. Traditional cultures importance is like it gives a sense of identity, where we belong, and where are rooted in our culture, where they come from, what we celebrate, and how they connect with the fam and community, plus tradition and history and stories they share through these festivals. Like Diwali is connected with the holy story of the lifespan of Prabhu Shri Ram, and is it's like, and Holi is connected with the story with Bhakt Prahlad. And modern culture is also important, is huge, because it is shaping our identity, how we carry our modern society to the its new level with our connected to Indian roots, and shaping identities. Uh, Culture helps us to define who we are and connected them to their roots and heritage. It is impact on our also impact on our Indian economic, like culture heritage sites and parties boost local economics through their tourism, and create job opportunities. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Swati. Thank you for the wonderful speech. Okay, now before moving on to the judgment and education by Dr. Madhavi Ghosh, we'd like to know the comments by Debbie ma'am. Ma'am, what do you think of the event? And please comment on the speeches of the students. And who do you think would take the prizes?
Okay. Right. First of all, thank you very much for inviting me to be a judge. And well done, young people. It was fantastic. Oh, sorry. Sorry, my phone just on. It was fantastic to see that, irrespective of, you knowing the topic, you were ready to take a chance and do that. And that's wonderful. Those are the things we need to encourage a lot more of, because it reduces fear and it increases confidence. And it was just wonderful to see how, they took the 2 minutes and they just went for it. And that was really, really brilliant. That was really fantastic. It doesn't matter. It's not about winning, guys. The winning is actually taking part. And the fact that you guys have taken part, you're a winner, right? That's something you need to remember. Taking part is winning. It's not about getting the prizes. And from that, you are actually able to reflect and say, okay, what could I do differently next time to do better? The fact that you guys have actually taken the chances and speak in front of an audience, that is wonderful. That in self is winning. And I really applaud you guys for that. So well done, guys. And I'm really, really proud of you guys. Yes, there'll be someone who win, someone who, in our view would be the better person, not because they're better than you now, but because at this time, they probably knew a bit more of the topic because they probably heard about it before or they read about it before. So as a result of that, they were able to have more input in the topic. So do not see it as if you did not get the first prize or the second prize that you were not good enough. Of course you are. You just have to continue building to be better, right? Okay, they're all very, very good. And as I said, the fact that you step up, a lot of adults won't ever be able to do that because a lot of adults is afraid of public speaking. And the fact that you guys are so young and you've done it. So I'm really, really, really proud and pleased that you guys have done that. So you've actually stepped up. Well done.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're
you,
welcome.
ma'am.
But as I
Thank
said,
you, ma'am.
Thanks a million, ma'am.
someone probably knew more than you did, but that's okay. So you're going to learn from that. So the person I felt that actually spoke better because either she's done it before or she speak up in class, so that gave her the edge, etc. Is I cannot pronounce her name actually. Apologies for that. She actually spoke on artificial intelligence. And the reason why she might have been the one that got the edge, at school, we encourage you guys to talk about that because it is everywhere. Whereas the other topics are not so familiar to everybody. And the one that spoke, the topic that was given in terms of the animal, that was a very hard one. That was a really hard topic. I sat here and thinking, oh my goodness, if I had to talk on this topic, I'm not too sure what I would have said about it. So well done for actually tackling that topic. And you did not give up and say, I don't know what to do. You actually tried. And that was fantastic. Well done.
Thanks a bunch, ma'am.
Right. So the person I felt that, who actually had the edge was the artificial intelligence. But the reason why I think that was so is because artificial intelligence is spoken about everywhere now, and you all pick up on that. So I'm sure if you are all talking on that topic, you all would have done just as good. Do you want me to give you the second one and the third one, or just the first one?
Ma'am, if you'd like to provide comments, ma'am, we would love to hear.
Okay, the other one was embracing culture. The other reason, right, the thing about that, right, the topic we as human beings do better on and talk on more is topic we are familiar with and topic that are close to us. And the fact that I spoke about the artificial intelligence is everywhere, and in schools, we all talk about it and you hear it everywhere. The other one is culture. We all are passionate about our culture. So therefore, we're going to be able to talk on it, right? Because we are living in it, we are seeing it, we live by that, we are brought up through the culture. So therefore, we are observing it. And as a result of that, we'll be able to talk on that. So the person actually, I think was Swati, who spoke on culture, that was very good too, because you are living in your culture, and the beautiful thing about it is you were able to make the connection, which was fantastic. Well done. As I said, if all of you were actually given that topic, you all would have done very well on it because you are living in it. But when we are given topics that is outside of us, it is more difficult to talk about it. And the next one I had was social media. You all are all social media babies. So I do expect you guys to be telling us about social media. I am actually coming into social media, but I am not a product of social media. You guys are. You are the social media babies. So I do expect you guys to be telling us in terms of social media is providing the news, because some of you probably don't even listen to news on the television. You all are getting your news from social media. So I did expect you to, the child who spoke about social media, I did expect you guys to show the positive and the negative, because you are in the world of social media and you are social media babies. So you were able to identify the positive and the negative of social media. So well done to that. Whereas anyone else were able to speak on that, you guys would have done brilliantly on that. But the
Thank you,
topics
ma'am.
that you all had in terms of the animal and in terms of success, those were challenging topics. And I really applaud you guys. And the one about homework as well. That was really challenging, and you guys have actually attempted it. In my view, you guys are winners. Well done. Well done.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks a bunch, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks a billion, ma'am.
Before moving on to the final judgment by Dr. Madhavi Bose, Madhavi ma'am, I want to ask you in regards to something. Riddhi wants to give a speech. So, should we allow her to do it?
Yeah,
But
you can give her some easy topic because she's a little one at my
Of
institute.
yes,
So
yes,
yeah, no problem.
course. We
that's
have to encourage that.
yes, yes, definitely. Thank you, ma'am. Riddhi, your topic is since you wanted to speak on environment, so human beings are the worst enemies of environment. Are human beings the worst enemies of environment? That's your topic, Riddhi.
Environment is important for us. It give us air, water, fruits, and vegetables, and water also. We should not cut trees. Human human beings are very dangerous animal for trees, for earth, because the human cuts trees. We harm our planet very much. We should also not cut.
Thank you, Riddhi. Thank you for that wonderful speech. It was certain that all of us loved your speech for sure. Round of applause for Riddhi. Thank you for taking the initiative. It was really amazing.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Madhavi ma'am, we'd love your final education and judgment, and also please announce the winners of today's extempo speech.
Okay, so here like teacher and parents, I could say, because they all are my shining stars. So absolutely, I will completely go with the Devi ma'am's, view. I really like the way Debashish Chakrabarti has spoken, and I do agree with those points because I every other day tell my even students that stop, just copying it, because be innovative. It's important to be are like, we should use you should be creative, like, because when we copy, when we just imitate, or when we just bring it out from the so absolutely that's some other someone else mind, and that's called like like you're being a robber or thief. So don't do that, because this is something who has someone has written, and AI has just given it. So better not to do this. And rest, absolutely, Pavni, Aradhya More, Swati, you all did all great. And Kashreet, Riddhi, I'm always so happy with all of you, my shining stars. You all do a great job. It's absolutely a shining star. So I don't want to judge this, but yeah, Debbie ma'am is absolutely awesome and correct judgmental with this. But I want to show, like being a PD enhancer, I would simply say that when it comes to that extempore session, so what is the first thing which should come in your mind? You should start questioning yourself. Okay, what, why, when, where, how. Start giving step by step answers of it. Okay, and that is the for sure the questions you have got until whole to till the 12th grade, because we like always teacher wants you to ask yourself those questions and answer it. Okay, and then sit up right when you are doing this. Smile, give your body language authentically, bring that enthusiasm, energy, okay, that should be there in you. So everybody should connect. And what I simply believe when I talk, so I always try to bring it out the names, like for example, if I talk about some topic, the personality development is just amazing thing, because I love to smile like Debbie ma'am. I love to sort of write like Professor Rachana. And when Sanjeev sir speaks, so it's really give a great idea that how to give a break and that to flow. So what you can also connect few of the people where if you feel that somebody is distracting, because what we want, we should just interact with each and every man. Try to smile naturally, connect with audience, because that is something you are here for. Okay, and absolutely, as sir said, that just be free. No need to, like, we are not on the border. Even if you are there to fight, then too you should be courageous. But this is simple things. You have to bring out your thoughts and you have to speak it out. And this is something awesome, right? That you like people. Like, sometimes I feel that what I know, what I should speak, doesn't matter. Maybe you are grammatically wrong. Maybe you are going to speak something, some word incorrectly. But your thoughts are always unique and different. And we never know. Sometimes you can inspire everybody, even us, right? So it's very important. Every idea is important, my dear Shining Star. So let's do this and shine it out. I would just say all the best. Keep shining, keep rising. I'm always with you. And I'll go completely with Debbie Ma'am results, because she's really amazing with her results. So thank you so much. And thank you so much, Rachna Ma'am, yeah, for giving me this opportunity and thought to be, because being judged with all those dignitaries, absolutely, PK Rajput sir and all, I don't deserve, but I love the way you have brought it to me. So I'm just learning from all of you. And Sanjeev sir, it is really a great hosting and the motivation which you are giving it to our Shining Stars. Thank you so much. It really means a lot to me.
I believe that all of us agree with Dr. Madhavi ma'am. Uh, I should not give any judgment, or I am not allowed to judge. But if I was as a judge, it would be very hard for me. I would give the winning prize to everyone, because all of you guys did so amazingly well, and I have learned a lot by you guys. And that's the thing. You should take the initiative and go out there, because on a very honest, frank note, most of the times my grammar is not even correct. But you have to go out there and you have to be courageous and have to give the speech that's in your mind. Now, we have a very talented person, Samriddhi, with us, and she would host the quiz competition. The quiz competition is very important. It's going to be fun as hell. So, Samriddhi, all over to you.
Thank you so much, sir. And hello, everyone. I wasn't present there in the last workshop. So, for a small introduction, I am Samriddhi Sengar, youth mentor from Mumbai. And now we are going to be conducting the quiz. And it is going to be very fun, something that you have learned in this workshops about creativity. So, I sent the rules in the group, but again, I'm going to explain it to you again, and just make sure that if there is any doubt you would let me know, okay, so we can clear it before we start. There are going to be 5 questions, okay. The first 3 questions has to be answered while you unmute your mic. So the first person to unmute the mic and answer it would gain the point, okay. So make sure that you're fast enough, you have to think very quickly, and your hand should work like on spot. But before, when I will be uh, yeah, telling you the question, at that time make sure that your mics are muted. You cannot keep it unmute in advance. So the first three questions, unmute wala thing. Apart from that, the last two questions are going to check about your creativity, how you can imagine and use it in your words, present it in the words. It is going to be a picture prompt as well as a, the question would be there on the screen. So, but for that, you have to answer it through the chat box. So, is it clear? For the first three questions, you have to answer while unmuting it. And for the last two questions, you have to write it in the chat box. That thing is clear? Sanjeevan sir, I would really be glad if you could help me out to see that who is the first one unmuting as well as the chat box thing. So if
Okay.
I could get your support
Yeah.
there. Yeah, thank you so much. Rashna ma'am, could we get the PPT for the quiz on the screen? Are there any doubts, anyone? Like anything that you want to ask about?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so get yourself ready. Very prompt. Okay, so everyone is ready. Give me the cue and we will start forward.
Yes,
Ma'am, I
ma'am, we
guess
are
you can start.
ready.
Great, very great. Now I guess you can start with the first question. So our first question is based on the debate etiquette. Listen the question very well, and as I say go, you have to unmute your mic, okay? Which of the following is not a good practice in a formal debate? First, listening to the other speaker respectfully, using facts to support your argument, interrupting the opponent repeatedly, or maintaining eye contact with the audience. I
Interrupting
repeat,
the
which
opponent,
of the
interrupting the opponent repeatedly.
Interrupting the opponent
Interrupting the
repeatedly.
opponent
Option
repeatedly.
number C, interrupting the opponent repeatedly.
Option number C,
okay, so
interrupting the opponent repeatedly.
great. Everyone has given the answer. Sanjeevan sir, have we seen that who has given the first answer?
Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible now.
Yes. So Debangshi was the first one to open her mic, but at the same time, Pavani also answered. So it's going to be difficult to say,
Okay. So
but
I guess we should click it on the chat box only. If I'm so it would be giving us the timestamps who is answering
I
it first or second.
Excuse me, can I just actually I answered first, but then I just got interrupted, so I just stopped speaking, but I opened my mic first.
okay. But since the issue here is a lot of people know the answer, right? So we need to have a timer check in regards to that, that who is answering the first, right? And
Hmm.
I feel that if we answer in the chat box as well, right? So the typing comes into the place. So how about this?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Sir, when ma'am said the like the examples, the options, so ma'am didn't say go and they start speaking the answer. So I think when she will say go, then we have to say.
Okay.
Exactly. It was supposed to be that way actually. That when I would say go, then only you all have to start speaking. So it would give the momentum to everyone to, unmute your
So
mic
I
at that
think
time and answer.
But I think
Sanjeevan,
Samriddhi chat is the best option because you will
yes,
able to
chat.
justify it, right? You can see
Chat is
properly.
the best option.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
then
Okay,
better we
sure,
go
ma'am.
with chat.
I-
then let's move on with the
Sure,
chat.
ma'am. Sure. We'll go with the chat thing. So let's say our first question was a trial question, and it's a great thing that you all knew the answer. And the main deal is going to be our last two questions that I'm very excited for. So let's move forward with our second question, okay? And you all have to be active on the chat box, and we will be seeing who, in which order the answer comes from you all. And The question number 2 is on the screen. That is based on extempo. What is the best thing to do when you forget your words during an extempo speech? First option, say when you trying to remember, walk away from the stage, take a short pause, breathe, and continue with related point, or ask the audience for help. And I can see the questions are already like the answers are already coming in the chat box, and everyone is doing really great. And that I'm so glad to see that.
Ma'am,
Yes, you.
ma'am, you said I will say go and then you will send the answer. No?
It's all right. When we are doing on the chat box, you can start answering. I should have cleared it before.
Ma'am, I was waiting for then when you say go.
Okay, guys, do not
Yes,
interrupt. It's a
yes.
common sense only. Please check it out and do in the chat. It's
All
already
right.
given. Go with the chat section. Be quick.
Now let's focus on answering. You should know the answer. That is more important, right? It will test your knowledge on the topic. Now I guess the answers are coming. Almost everyone has answered. So ma'am, I guess we can move with the next question. Now, everyone be ready with the answers. You can start answering. Which of the following sentences show that a character is angry without directly saying it? First, she was very angry. Second, her face turned red as she slammed the door and stormed away. Third, she said she was not happy. And fourth, she walked away. So you all can start answering in the chat box. Answers are coming, but I guess there are many people still left to answer for this question. Everyone, are we done with the question? Can we move ahead with the next one?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Ma'am, let's move to the next question. And this one is going to be very interesting. Now, this is story stretching. It has to be a short answer, but you have to write this sentence into something very interesting, okay? Something exciting, something more vivid. So the line is the girl saw something strange. So now use 2 to 3 lines. Use your imagination to not only expand this but to make it more creative. So we can understand what she saw or what she reacted, and this is going to be purely your imagination. Answers in the chat box, please.
Sanjeevan, please keep a track of the names who's putting the chats first, second, third.
So this last 2 questions, everyone keep in mind, is going to be based on your speed as well as how creative you are with what you're writing. Everybody are so creative with their thinking. There are so many vivid answers. I guess there are more to come. Everybody hasn't answered this question, if I'm not wrong. Okay, there are a lot of answers. Is there anybody left to answer this question, or should we move ahead with the next question?
Ma'am, just a moment. Ma'am, just a moment. I'm answering.
Take your time.
Ma'am,
Okay,
I've answered.
amazing answers from all the amazing students. And now I guess we can move towards our last question. Can we move towards the last question? So, guys, till the time we are switching to the next question, get yourselves prepared because it is going to be a picture prompt. What is a picture prompt? We will show you a picture and like how the way you stretch this one line into two to three lines to describe something, you have to describe that picture in a way that it tells a story. But do not stretch it a lot. Just use 4 to 5 lines and explain what you can understand in that picture in a way that it tells a story. So it's going to be purely your imagination, what you are seeing in it. Okay? Rachna, can we move towards the next question? So the rules. Look carefully in the picture. Who is in it? What happened? What do you think will happen next? Write a very short story in 4 to 5 lines, and the picture is here now. On the next slide. Yeah.
Ma'am, can you just go to the previous slide for a moment? Who is in it? What just happened? What do you think will happen next?
So it is going to be totally based on your different imaginations and what you interpret of the picture.
Guys, you have to describe the picture, so write as many as line as you can. Just don't go with one sentence.
Yes, ma'am is actually right. It has to be a sort of short story, so 4 to 5 lines at least.
Kindly write in
Guys,
paragraph.
extend your lines in 4 to 5 lines at least. So, we can understand what is the story that you guys are thinking of. Let's say of it as a storytelling. There are such some amazing answers coming up. Everyone, have we
Do not
completed
turn
with
off
our
your videos, my dear Shining
Ma'am,
Stars.
I'm still answering. Just a moment.
answers? Sure. Take your
Everybody
time.
should turn on their video. If you're turning off the video and writing it, it means you're copying it from somewhere. So kindly keep your video on.
We are all very accustomed to doing that in the online classes in COVID. Let's not do it here.
Samriddhi, few of them are faster than ChatGPT. You don't know. So I just give them very less time in the class also.
Have been there as a student, so I definitely can relate how the things goes during the online lectures.
Ma'am, I answered.
Okay, there are a lot of amazing answers, very beautiful written too. I guess we have to take a bit of time to go through everyone's answer and then give the result of the quiz. Has everyone answered? Just wanted to confirm.
Yeah.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, so I guess we can just take a bit of time uh, and figure out the results of debate after this. Sanjeevan sir, over to you for a while. And
Sanjeevan, are you there?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here. Sorry, Samriti, I was not able to hear you. I was having some technical issues. Yes, please go on. Samriti, would it,
for
yeah?
a while, before the results, I guess we have to go through thoroughly to everyone's answer because the question number four and fifth will require not only the quickest answer but the one who has been very clear with the given rules. That was for the fourth and fifth question, and then only we can go ahead with the results for the same.
Yes. Yes. And fourth and fifth has the most amount of points, just to be certain. But since we believe in transparency, we'd let you know that who provided the answer. The first there was a trial round. I don't know it would be counted or not. So there is a point of conflict. So we'll not talk about that. But the second answer, the firstest answer was by Anjali. The third, the next one was answered by Devangshi, the firstest. So these two are for certain. Rather than that, we are still going through the answers of the last two questions, and then we'll decide who is going to be the winner.
Uh, Madhvi ma'am and Devi ma'am, for these two questions also, I believe that your input would be very important. For question number fourth and fifth, because your understanding about this for creativity, for creative right skills, that's yeah, it is very important to hear your views upon this, and then we can decide whoever goes ahead for this competition. More audible?
Yes, Samriddhi, you are audible.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, yeah. See?
Ma'am, in that answer, ma'am, I have given first. Ma'am, that answer, ma'am, the girl was saw something strange.
Hmm.
Yes,
So,
Yashvi.
is it okay? You are
Yes,
telling that you have been given the first answer,
Yashvi.
so you're not audible properly. Okay, dear,
Yes,
for
yes,
that
yes.
clarification.
We have given the first answer, and definitely within the consideration.
Given your
Am I
voice.
audible?
No, there are some issues with your voice, sir. See, dear, for the question, for the fourth and fifth question,
Am
there are
I?
two things that we are going to consider. Yes, Sanjeevan, sir, now you're audible.
Sanjeevan, your voice.
I guess he must be facing some technical network
Yeah.
issues. Yeah. So for your query, for the fourth and fifth question, we are not only going to be considering who has answered it first or second, along with the speed, there is one more factor which I think is more important for this question. That is how you have written or presented your creativity or your power of imagination in the answer. Okay, so let's wait for a while Devi ma'am and Madhuri ma'am is going through the answers by you all.
Okay. I think Samriddhi and Sanjeevan, you all have done a wonderful job. But our guest speakers are also there. Sanjeevan is there now. Yeah. They
Yes,
can't
ma'am.
hear you. Yes.
Yes. There was some sort of a network issue. I'm so sorry for that. It's out of my control. I could not help it.
Yeah.
But but since it's getting, yeah, since it's, and how about the debate competition will take place at the end, and we'll move on with the speeches of the guest speaker. I would like to give the mic forward to Rachna ma'am. Please, Rachna ma'am, take over.
Yes. Thank you so much, Sanjeevan. Yes, it's lovely. I know all our guests are waiting, but because the students were too excited and I wanted them to participate, most of them, so we took a lot of time. So I'm really sorry for our mentor speakers who had joined. We have Dr. Arvind Kumar Chaudhary, who has joined us from Assam, and he has been called the originator of the phrasal movement in Indian English poetry and has got out of 12 poetry collections Majuli, the Vatican City of Assam, and Mother India prescribed for the BA and the MA courses at Shivsagar University in Assam. So, sir, we are truly, truly obliged to have you tonight amidst us, and we would love to listen your views about public speaking for our students. So over to you, sir. Arvind Kumar Chaudhary from Sibsagar University, Assam.
Hello, hello, I am audible.
Yes, sir, you are
Hello,
very
ma'am.
much. Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay, okay. Respected Professor Rachana, ma'am, invited dignitaries, young poets, and artists. I want to tell you that I have already enjoyed with you today in the evening in this extempore, and I congratulate the successful artists, successful poets. But I would like to tell you one thing. Must know full many a flower to born unseen. Full many a flower is born to blush unseen. All of you have talent. All of you have creative approaches. What that needs is it should be nourished. It should be flourished. It should be added fuel. And only then your creativity will flourish in the days to come. It is most for us of the metropolitan poets. They have become nowadays ruthless. They compose good poems, but they lack Indianness. They lack culturally thought. This is the reason they are very beautiful. They are very good at composition, but Indianness lacks these points. So it is not good to become ruthless in this world of poetry. It is essential for us to be acquainted, no doubt. We have already inherited English language from Western countries, particularly from England. That does not mean we should become ruthless. Our culture, our culturally thoughts, all these things must be intact, should be kept intact through our poems. And it is the best opportunity for all of us to explore ourselves through literature, through culture, through culturally thought, through our religious views, through our spiritualism, because spiritualism is the property, intellectual property of Indian artists. And we are proud of it. The whole world recognize it. The whole world appreciate it. And we are proud of it. So I expect from all of you, be enthusiastic, be voracious reader, be good your subjects, try to explore yourself, and try your best to revive the cultural values that we have already lost. Because nowadays modern people always hanker after wealth, after money, after power, but that is not the intellectual wealth. Your artistic approach, your creativity is the jewel of your life, of our society too. And it is the only intellectual property through which you will have to flourish, you have to flower, in the days to come. So if you are determined, just you will have to fix your eyes just like Arjun. Whenever Arjun was asked, what do you see? He said, I see only the eyesight of the fish, not fish, whole fish. Only the eyesight of the fish. You see, how did he fix his target? So is the case with all of you. If you fix your target, if you prepare yourself from that point of view, getting success in your life. I wish all of you a bright future, a bright career, and I also thank Professor Rachana ma'am from because I got this golden opportunity to share with you, to gossip with you, and to listen with you. Many, many thanks to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for joining us and giving us your valuable time. And we know that students everywhere have the same learning motive, learning ability across the globe. It's not at all region bounded or place bounded. Students are students everywhere. Thank you so much for your views about success, and we all know that we never should forget our roots. Wherever we reach, our roots should be completely core in us. That is what we desire. Thank you so much, sir. We are really honored to have you, and the kids are also very interested in listening more about you. Thank you, sir. So we'll move ahead with our next keynote speaker for the
Rachna
evening.
ma'am, could you please ask everybody to mute them because it's echoing. Mannat
Okay.
ma'am, Suman ma'am, please mute yourself. Kindly mute yourself, rest of you who is not speaking. Yes, ma'am,
Yeah,
please.
please do mute. And I think Sanjeevan, I've made you the co-host. Please do mute whose mic is on. Yeah.
Definitely,
So
definitely.
competitions are a part, but much more than that, we always have a learning process and a lot of awards coming in. You get a chance for the London Radio, the kids who have joined in, devoid of winning, not winning. You are going to get a chance for the London Radio. The books co-authored by the authors who had joined in day one. Today is day two, and I'm really super excited to see all the shining stars. And Devanshi was there always. Though I was expecting two more students from Varnana ma'am's school, but I am not able to see them today. So we'll move ahead to our next guest speaker, PK Rajput sir. Are you there? Sanjeevan, can you just look into the guest list? Rajput sir was there in the beginning. I don't know if he's there now.
Right now he's not here, ma'am.
Okay, okay. So we'll move ahead with our next guest speaker. We have Debbie ma'am. Ma'am, already we heard you as a judge, but now I would love to listen to you about our public speaking skills, some tips which you could share with our students.
Okay. Hi, everybody again. Can you guys hear me? Okay, yes.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Well, the fact that all of you or most of you have participated in the presentation on the topic you were given, that is the journey to public speaking. So well done. And the other thing that some of you, the fact that it was very challenging, but you all still take the challenge anyway. So that is also one of the journey to public speaking. The whole thing is feel the fear and do it anyway. And some of you, it was very obvious that you were nervous because it was probably your first time doing this in front of an audience. And you guys did very well. So that is also the beginning of public speaking. when you actually speak in school, when your teacher asks you a question, you must have it in your head and remember that is also the journey to public speaking, because you have to stand up in some cases, because I ask my students to stand up when they're speaking. So they stand up and project the voice. So the mere fact of projecting your voice in your classroom when you are actually giving an answer, that is part of public speaking, because you are speaking in front of an audience, and the audience is your class, the audience are your classmates. Right? So that in itself is public speaking. I'm sure your teacher have actually told you to project your voice and look ahead. That is also part of public speaking. And as much as possible, speak very slowly and clearly. That's another powerful factor. One of the negative for public speaking is when you're standing there just reading from the text. Reading from the text is not very powerful because people have lost you because you're reading. The objective to look ahead to the audience that you're speaking to. And that is very, very, very important. And I'm sure your teacher have told you all the time, look up. So you're meant to be looking ahead to your audience. Those are all part of public speaking. In your classroom, you are doing public speaking. Public speaking is not anything that is mysterious, because in the classroom, you are doing public speaking. The difference is you are doing it in front of people you know. When you're doing it to a wider audience, then it's a lot of people you don't know. So therefore, it might be daunting. And there is nothing wrong with feeling afraid, anxious, and nervous when you're public speaking, because what that is saying is that you are, yes, you are anxious, but at the same time, it means that you are going to be alert. Because the more complacent you are, it means that you're not really taking it in as you should. As I said, the only difference is speaking from your classroom into a public arena. That's the difference. The same technique you use in the classroom, that's the same technique you must use when you're speaking to the wider audience. Look ahead, clarity, make sure you're looking at your audience. And I think I heard your teacher said earlier on, smile to your audience, because when you're smiling, you're demonstrating that you're enjoying it. And the more you're enjoying what you say, the more your audience would also enjoy what you're telling them. It is so important. So those are the things I want you to practice in the classroom. When you're giving feedback, make sure you're enjoying the feedback and you understand the feedback and you're looking at your classmates. There is no point in putting your head down, because when you put your head down, your voice is going down. They're not hearing you. The more you stand up and you look ahead, you are projecting your voice. And that's very, very important. As much as possible, try not to read from scripts. I'm not saying to you, I want you to recite the information, but I want you to understand it. When you understand the information, you are able to give it to your audience. If you don't understand it, you are then reading from text. Another thing is you need to make it connected with you. It doesn't matter what topic your teacher have given you. Make sure you are able to connect it with you. The more you connect your topic with you, the more you are going to enjoy it, the more you're going to understand it, and the more you're going to be able to talk about it. Let's go back to the topic that you all had this morning earlier on. You had AI, you then had culture, and you had social media. Those are things you all know about. So you did not have to think about it. It came naturally because you are able to connect with it. The more you are able to connect with a topic, the more you are able to talk about it, the more you are able to make connection, the more your audience will be able to make connection. It doesn't matter what topic it is. Every topic we are given in life, we can all connect with it. The two subjects I teach sociology and psychology. I also teach criminology. And every area and every subject I teach to my students, as much as I'm looking at the textbook, I'm also connecting it with their lifestyle. I'm also giving my example of my experience. And the more you can connect with your experience, the more individual you're going to be able to make connection with it. It doesn't matter what topic it is. And that's what public speaking is. The more you can actually get your audience to connect with your topic, the more they're going to be paying attention, because the more you're going to grab their attention, because they could connect with it and they could see the connection you're making. Those are the things you do in your classroom. It doesn't matter whether it's maths, it is. You could make connection with maths by talking about going shopping and using the money, etc. You're making a connection. The more you're able to make a connection with people, the more they're going to understand your topic. Those are the tips I would always give people in terms of public speaking, because public speaking, as students, you're doing it every day in your classroom. The only difference is you're doing it with the students you know, and public speaking, you're doing it outside. You're just taking all the knowledge and the experience from the classroom, taking it outside, i.e., looking up, looking ahead, smiling, being very clear what you're talking about, making connection with your topic and your audience. That's exactly it. There's sometimes we could be very, very nervous. What I always say to my students is focus on the corner of the room. So you might identify, it could be a corner in the room, looking above someone's head, which means that you are looking ahead. There's sometimes you might start to giggle because someone you know is probably, making faces at you, etc. If you know that's going to happen, you look above the head, right? Because the minute you start giggling when you're actually doing public speaking, you actually lose your audience, because they're forgetting what you were talking about. And another thing is, when you are actually going out and do public speaking, one of the things I always say to people, be very conscious of the way you dress, because you do not want people to focus on your dress instead of focusing on what you say. By that, I mean, if you have a pair of dirty shoes, somebody's going to be looking at your shoes. If your top isn't ironed, they're going to be looking at it. So you make sure that you're well presented, so that when they're actually looking at you in terms of you standing on the stage, they're able to glance at you and then start focusing on what you're saying. That's very, very important. Because too often we all do that. You might go to someone that is speaking and you keep on looking at them and thinking, oh my goodness, your top, you could have ironed your top. Your shoes, you could have cleaned your shoes. So you get distracted from what the person is actually saying. Whereas if those are all in tune, therefore the shoes clean, the top iron, you no longer focus on that. You're focusing on what they're saying. And your topic must be very interesting in order to keep individuals' attention, because we know the brain could only pay attention to topic for at least 20 to 30 minutes. Any more than that, you've lost your audience. Individual brains are only able to take the beginning of a topic and the end of a topic. The middle is lost. So if you want them to actually pay attention, you will have to chop it up. By that, I mean, you give them a piece of topic, and then you might ask a question. And then you give another part of topic, and then you might ask a question, because it means that you are having the audience attention. It is very, very important to do that. And as I said, it's very important to constantly look and smile. The more you smile, the more it feels warm and welcoming. So what I want you to take away from this, I want you to remember, in your classroom, you're doing public speaking, but in front of your peers, people you know. So if you have to do it outside, just remember you take the same skills, because they're transferable, and bring it outside. That's very, very important. And always make connection with your audience. So you always give them real life examples that they could connect with, because people understand and people connect with your topic when they could actually connect it with themselves. That's very, very important. It doesn't matter what topic you're talking about, you could actually make it relatable, because you could always use examples. As I said, that's what I tell my students all the time. And when I teach, I actually give students topic to do presentation, because I think it's very, very important that students are able to do presentation. And it was quite obvious for me as a teacher or as a speaker to see the students who do a lot of presentation to those that don't do a lot of presentation. And I would urge you to ask your teacher when they give you homework to do or topic to do, get you to do it in pairs or group and present your understanding to the rest of the class so that it empowers you and it builds your confidence. The more you are able to do that, the better speaker you become. And especially if you're able to connect it with your own life story. It doesn't matter what it is. Someone spoke about culture earlier on. And when you talk about culture, we all have cultures. You could talk about your own culture, how important that your culture is to demonstrate, and the importance of your culture in terms of determining the type of person you become, determine in terms of whether or not you are, aware of your environment, how the things you like, all that demonstrate culture in terms of gratitude, also connect with culture, how much you become grateful for what you have been given, and that stems from your culture. So what I'm saying is, the more you make whatever topic you're talking about relatable to the audience, the more they're going to be able to understand what you're talking about, and the more they're going to be able to enjoy it. It is so very important that you ensure that your audience enjoy and understand what you're talking about. And you do public speaking in your classroom all the time. Just by answering a question is public speaking. And I urge every one of you, make sure you answer questions when you ask a question. Even though it may not be asked to you directly, put your hand up and answer. Initially, it might be daunting, it might be fearful, it might be frightening. It's okay. It's okay. That's just the start, because it means that it is increasing your confidence in speaking. The more you answer questions in the classroom, the confidence you become, and the more you are able to relate answers to your own life outside. So I urge every one of you young people to make sure in your classroom you answer questions. It doesn't matter whether or not you may not get it right the first time. It is okay. It is about learning. The most important thing is you are attempting to speak. I say to my students all the time, it would be wonderful if your answer is correct, but it doesn't matter. My main aim as a teacher is to empower you to speak. Even though you get it wrong, it's okay. We'll get it right the next time. It's empowering you to speak and making sure it is okay. By actually speaking in the classroom, it means that when you actually go out in public, you are able to challenge injustice. You're able to challenge things that are wrong. You're able to question when someone says something to you and you know it is wrong. It gives you all that. It gives you the power, and it enables you to stand in your power because you're confident enough to do that. And that starts from the classroom. Okay, I just want to leave that with you. Remember.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So amazing. I think our students really enjoyed it. Yes, I can see their lovely faces smiling. So, ma'am, that was really, really motivating and encouraging. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. So, can we move ahead with our next guest speaker for tonight and our judge, Dr. Madhvi Borse? Ma'am?
Yeah, Professor Rachana. Well, I have already spoken a lot initially, and Debbie, ma'am, I absolutely truly agree with you. But I just want to let you remember, as Debbie, ma'am, has spoken, so I will make it short and sweet in quite an essence of rap, so you can check it out, and you should remember that the speak aloud is speak clear. Confidence is key. Don't fear. Eye contact is crucial. Don't look down. Engage your audience. Wear a crowd. Practice makes perfect. Don't be slow. Know your audience. Let your message grow. Be authentic and be real. Speak with your heart and let passion feel. Stand tall and speak strong. Make your message last till long. Believe in yourself. Don't doubt. Believe in yourself. Don't doubt. So I believe all of this thing which you should remember by the shining stars with form of rap where which actually are global educators and Rachna ma'am said, and from this whole debate, allocations, extempore session which you all learned today. So this is what we have to remember. So remember it, shine, rise, grow like this, and make us feel proud. Thank you so much, respected Rasha ma'am. And Debbie ma'am, you're
Thank you, ma'am.
amazing.
Thank
Love
you.
to hear you.
It's
Thank
always
you.
mesmerizing to listen to you and your raps. It's so, so very motivating. So that is really exciting. So, a small token of love for all the guest speakers. Tonight, I would like to present and share my screen. Yeah, okay. Just share my screen. Is it visible, Sanjeevan?
Yes, ma'am, it's visible. Thank you
It's
so much. It
ma'am.
looks amazing.
Thank you so much, Madhvi ma'am. Big
Gratitude,
round
ma'am.
of
Thanks.
applause for always giving your time and your wonderful students who are so very encouraging. You know, we need students nowadays who really understand the way of presenting themselves. There are so many students who doesn't understand at all the importance of public speaking, and they feel that without proper training they can just stand in front of the audience, which is not at all right. So I encourage always to see you how the way you motivate your students. So thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. So our
Thank you.
next guest of honor, Dr. Arvind Kumar Chaudhary. Thank you so much, sir, for your time. I know you have been traveling, so congratulations, sir. And thanks. We wish to have big, collaborations with you and your university students too, in the making, so that we can also have few more sessions with them. Thank you, sir. Sir, are you there, Dr. Arvind Kumar, sir? Are you there? Most probably he has left. Okay, yeah, we were like carried away with the competition more tonight. So we forgot about our amazing guest speakers we had lined up. So our next amazing speaker was Devi ma'am, always with us, supporting us in our missions to make our students rise and shine. Thank you so much, Debbie ma'am. You are really, really wonderful and precious to us also. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. We were waiting for another guest speaker. I'd seen PK Rajput sir joining in, but he got busy with his guests, sudden appearance of guests. Anyway, not an issue. We'll invite him in some other platform or some other occasions. Thank you so much. Sanjeevan, we have one more competition to end it up with. We'll quickly take if any students. So over to you, Sanjeevan.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. So I believe that this is supposed to be the most exciting part of today's event because this is the debate competition. And I believe that all of you should also have the same amount of excitement that I have. And I believe that you guys have created your teams already. I just want to hear which are the teams and are they prepared or not. And we'll just go on with the motions, and it would be a quick round of debates. Each speaker would get 3 minutes of time to provide the speeches, and then there will be judgment in regards to that. And finally, we'll provide the winners. Now, who are the teams who are participating today? I want to see names fast.
Kindly write your name in the chat section, my dear shining stars. Whosoever wants to participate. Better they should raise their hand, Sanjeevan sir, if you could see.
Yes,
So it will
absolutely.
be easy, no?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I just want to say something like I have heard my speech and everything, and I'll speak for the motion, and I'll take on the role of the prime minister. But I don't think I am in any team because I don't really know anybody from here. So I'm not in a team. Like I don't have a team. I
Sanjeevan, I think you need to make a team right away
It's fine,
because
bro.
the
Yes,
students are not in
yes,
the group which we
yes.
had earlier pasted. So directly you make the team here and give them the topic once again.
Okay, okay, it's fine. So right now I can see one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, and Devangshi is participating as well. So nine hands altogether, right? Now there are 10 hands. Okay. So, okay, cool. Um, so what we are going to do right now is, okay, so write it down yourself as well because this is very important. Because when a debate motion is given, right, the teams need to be cohesive. That they provide each other, they provide back to each other. When you provide an assertions or an argument, it needs to be in a linear flow. You cannot break the flow, right? So first team would be Gunika, Dipti, and Yashvi. Okay, that's clear. Gunika, Dipti, and Yashvi. Okay, ma'am. Rachna, ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you
Okay,
are.
sir.
Yes. So Rachna, ma'am, should I provide group A and B? Should I divide them? Should I also?
No, we can keep a mix and match. We
Okay,
have
then
A and B. So one member from A,
that's
two
amazing.
from B.
Okay, so Gunika, Dipti, and Yashvi, please raise down your hands. Yeah, you guys are a team, okay? Gunika, Yashvi, and Dipti. Let me write it down as well. Okay. Now the second team is we have Swati, Hemant, and Pavani. Pavani. Okay. Swati, Hemant, and Pavani. Okay. Raise down your hands. Okay. Okay. Third team, we'll have Khushrit, Namaya, and Suman. Okay. Good. Now we have three teams together, right? Now, Devangshi, you don't have a team, right?
yes, yes, sir. Hello, sir.
Devangshi, can you
Am
hear
I
me?
audible? Am
Yes,
I
you
audible,
are
sir?
audible. Yes, you are.
Yes, I don't have a team, sir.
Okay, then, Devangshi, how about this, Devangshi? You'd be having the Prime Minister role in one of the speeches. You'll be an independent speaker. You'll have your speech, okay, in linear motion. Since there are no one else, will Amandeep and Deepika also join in the debate? Amandeep, can you hear us?
Amandeep Bharti, you can join, my dear. And Suman ma'am, if you also want to join, you can join.
Ma'am,
Devanshi.
Suman ma'am is all. Ma'am, they
Already
are
there.
in the.
Those who hasn't participated and they can speak in the debate, they can raise their hand, my dear Shining Star. So it will
Khushreed,
be easy for
Namya, and
sir.
Suman ma'am.
Yeah, Kurshit, Namyang, and Suman ma'am is there. Gunika, Yashvi, and Dipti is there. Swati,
Is there
Hemant,
anybody
and
who is
Pavni is
left?
there.
Is there anyone who is left? They can raise their hand. I think all are.
Deepika is there already. No, Deepika is not there, I think.
Mm,
Deepika, you want to join?
ma'am, actually, she's a beginner, so I don't think that she
Okay,
will even
okay.
able to speak
Let
out.
her
Okay,
listen.
okay,
Let her listen.
that's fine.
Yeah.
That's how about this, Devangshi? You'll be a linear speaker. You'll give your speech in 3 minutes, and since even though our team is going to win, at the end of the day, the best speakers would be selected out of the teams. Okay, so it's fine. You can give your own speech, and it will be considered. Now, since the first
Okay,
team,
sir. Thank you, sir.
it's good. It's good. The first speech, the first team, there would be Gunika, Yashbi, and Dipti. Gunika, Yashbi, and Dipti.
Your voice is cracking,
So,
Sanjeevan.
so,
Okay. So
just a humble request before we can proceed with the debate. Like, I'm having some sort of network issues today. So will it be all right if I give my speech at the very last? I'll just try to stabilize my connection. It's just not working out today. I don't know why. So I'll just look into that.
it's fair. It's fair. It's fair. No issues. It's fair. No
Thank,
issues.
thank.
Is my connection okay? Am I audible to everyone here?
Yeah, now
Okay.
audible.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
So what's the topic?
Okay. So sorry, ma'am.
The
Madhuri, ma'am,
topic
did
of
you say something?
the
You please,
topic.
sir,
Topic they want.
type also because
Oh,
you're not
okay.
audible.
So
Your voice is lagging a lot. So, yeah, students are confused. Yeah.
okay, okay, okay. I believe okay. So Gunika, Yashvi, and Dipti would go against the team of Khushrit. Okay? And their motion would be
Sir, what's the topic?
yes, yes. I am providing it in the chat box. Okay.
So, children, did you understand what Sanjeevan wanted to say? That group A, that is group number one, Gunika, Yashvi, and Dipti, and will be against each other's third team, Kurshin, Namyang, and
Suman.
Suman. Yeah. You will
Yeah,
be
okay.
against each other, and topics sir is giving in the chat box.
Yes. Uh, am I audible right now?
Yeah, now okay.
Okay. Okay. So team Gunika would be for the proposition, and team Khushrit would be against the motion, would be the proposition. The proposition is Gunika, Yashbi, and Dipti who speak for the motion, and Khushrit, Namaya, and Suman would speak against the motion. Okay. Is the motion clear to everyone? We
Sir,
would
the topic is
Yes,
start
sir.
motion.
in a minute. Yes, that's the motion. The first motion, this house would implement a universal basic income in developing countries. Okay. We'll provide a minute or two, then the debate competition would start. So you have to decide within yourself, or if it's necessary, I would give the positions. The first speaker, that would be the Prime Minister, would be Kunika. Then there would be Khushrid, that is the leader of opposition. Then there will be Yashvi, that is that's the first speaker of the government. Then Namaya would be the first speaker of the opposition, and Dipti would be the government whip, and Suman would be the opposition whip. Is that clear? Is the order clear?
Yes,
Okay.
Guys,
sir.
you have to check the chat section. In chat, already sir has written the topic.
Children, please look into the chat box. Sir had given the first motion. In the chat box, the House would implement a universal basic income in developing countries. Implement a universal basic income in the developing countries. Have you understood? Any doubt you can ask?
No, ma'am.
Gunika, did you get the topic?
Ma'am, we have to say about that.
You are first motion, right?
I have
Sanjeev sir,
wrote.
I believe that
Yes.
if we are even getting
Yes.
late, so
Yes.
can we make in two you like a group discussion in two part, like half of them in
Yes.
one
Yes.
and half of them in against,
Yes.
like favor and against.
Yes.
So I think it
That'll
will
be
be
better.
easy.
That will be better. How about this? Just the the motion is here. So I have written in the chat box who is going to be the government team and who is going to be the op team. And please just go on with it.
Okay, so team government and team opposite is there. All right. So my dear shining stars, like you have to do as a group discussion as you do every time. Okay. So this is a called UBI plan, a scheme of developing countries to giving a minimum guarantee that they will get a stable income, that nobody will be so poor, nobody will be very rich, and they will get a that stable income. So this is what the topic is. Okay, universal basic income. So some will speak that government is doing this right, this is we are in the favor of it. Some will say no, it's a flop, like way to do this, we can do it in another way. All right, so this is a group discussion topic. So Sanjeev sir, if you don't mind, can I give them favor and against so they all can start speaking?
Fair. I
Yeah.
would just explain them one thing. Okay. So there's this one commission that's called National Human Rights Commission. I don't want to be more complicated in regards to that. Now, universal basic income means a specific amount of income that is necessary to live by. Now, the motion is you are being provided a universal basic income, right? Now, what I expect the proposition says that universal basic income is necessary because of the ethical, moral reasons, or whatever the assurances are. And I expect the against to come and tell me that it's not necessary because of the net. The government does not have much that amount of profit in to substantially provide universal basic income, or that people don't work at the same time, or they don't provide the same amount of effort. That's what I expect from this group discussion slash debate. Okay, please, Dr. Madhavi ma'am, please go on.
Yeah, and Madhi ma'am, I think we should combine both the teams. And instead of three in one team, we should take six in one team and six in the other.
Yes, ma'am. One is in favor and one is in against. We can make it,
Yeah.
I
Yes.
believe.
So instead of
Like
three, we'll make
Gunika
it six.
favor, yeah. Gunika favor, Namya against. Priyanka ma'am favor, Kushrit against. Kritika favor, Hemant sir against. Deepti ma'am favor, Suman ma'am against. Swati favor, Yashashvi against. Mehak favor, and Devanshi against. I think.
Perfect.
I'm sorry, ma'am.
Yeah, Devanshi, you're against this topic, okay?
Oh, but ma'am, I prepared for the motion.
No problem. It's okay. This is a challenge.
Yeah, we'll
This is
do.
how you should be ready for.
Oh, okay. But am I like
In my college time, I never ever in favor of consuming liquor, but I got the that we should drive while consuming liquor. So I said, okay, I'll take this topic, and I was spoken and both. So you should be ready for
And
everything, right?
and just to be sure, usually when we go for national debates like APD and BPD, you get only 10 or 15 minutes of preparation time. You just get a motion right away and you have to prepare it.
So
And if
Devanshi, ready all the way. Yes.
But I just want to know my role. Am I the opposition
Yeah.
first speaker of the opposition? Am I the first speaker of the opposition?
No, no, we'll keep you last only. Don't worry.
So
You
I'll
told
have to
you
be
have some
the
network glitch. So we'll
no
keep you
no
last.
no. My network is fine now. Actually, it just became
Ma'am,
fine.
why
ma'am,
don't they speak freely? Whosoever wants to speak, they will speak it up, and I think it will work, right?
Perfect. Perfect.
Do
Yeah.
we like
Let's not
do we
waste
need
the
to
time.
just another query, like do we need to go along the same like procedure as Sanjeevan sir had said the other day, like
no,
the
no,
at
no.
the people.
It's fine. It's fine since it cannot be a proper APD. It's fine. You will be
Okay, Sanjeevan sir is
Okay,
breaking a lot, so I could simply say,
Yeah.
go freely,
Madhima,
my
you
dear
take
shining
the.
stars. Don't speak a lot and don't listen a lot. Just start. Sanjeevan sir, your network is fluctuating a lot. Okay, so I think Rachna ma'am, we can make them start because we are really getting
Yes,
late,
yes,
right? Yeah.
yes. Let
Okay,
them
my dear
start.
shining stars, go ahead. All the best, everybody.
Universal Basic Income, known as UBI, is developing countries faces significant challenges, including reduction of work protection. While UBI is proposed as an anti-poverty measures, concerns arise about the effectiveness and uh, the potential for the United Congress, like increase in formal sectors activities and decrease in investments in initial sectors, and it also helps in reducing the labor market destructions even.
Next speaker, come on, hurry up.
Control, you
I
guys,
think
make it a group
everyone
discussion. Be
should
quick.
I think everyone should get equal income.
Yeah, I think we have to implement the universal basic income in developing countries. It could be more powerful for all because in for economic empowerment, we need basic income is equal in equality. So that's the reason if we have equality in income, it gives us more powerful and it reduce the mm, fluctuations and so many things. It can be reduced by uh, universal basic income if we fix it.
Absolutely, Dipti ma'am. When we talk about the importance of basic income for women, it is the most important for equality. It is provide the financial independence to women, or it is empowerment for their basic income. Women can make choices about their lives and education and entrepreneurship.
But injecting cash without increasing goods and services can raise prices, and especially for housing and food, which makes UBI less effective and we can say even harmful. And we may get into an inflation cycle too, in which if UBI causes price spikes, government may have to raise payments to match rising costs, which may fuel further inflation, which is a dangerous spiral to get out of.
While UBI aims to address poverty and inequality, its implementation in developing countries faces uh, sus- sustainability um, hurdles related to fiscal capacities, implications, and etc. Um Careful conditions of treat these challenges are potentially based on UBI actually.
Yeah, but UBI lowers the reward for working, and some may lose the motivation to work. They may reduce their working hours, and even they can also avoid jobs entirely. And in economies with few stable jobs, even a small UBI might discourage people from working informal or in big jobs.
Actually, I think UBI in developing country it can help in reducing poverty, and if all our basic need necessity is completed by our basic income, then our poverty it will be abolished from this India, and because India is a so much poor country, and if basic needs are complete, then poverty is reduced and economic empowerment also our we get economically strong and our invest in even we have to invest in their health education and small business leading so that they can fulfill their necessities.
Absolutely, Dipti ma'am. We are talking about a basic potential to reduce poverty and income inequality in these developing nations. Like we are talking about in India, where UBI can help a local person to fulfill their basic need like food and shelter and clothing. Also, FBI provide uh, equality to women empowerment by providing them financial security.
Yeah, but UBI doesn't invest in schools, clinics, roads, or businesses, which are very critical points for long-term development. And without this, the cash may get diverted, and it can also be mismanaged. And of course, saying the people may completely rely on UBI payments, and they'll not try to become self-sufficient. And even politicians can use UBI to gain votes, which is a very big disadvantage of UBI.
Ma'am, in a developing country, majorly depend upon the agriculture, and our government does not have a proper direction to give farmer to create some better growth in income, and so uh, we have some we require some empowerment in farmer to achieve some growth uh, in our economy. And second one, in developing country have some per capita income is very less. So government should create some jobs and some job job for people, so people can create money and some investment that will help some income also growth in country to.
Okay, guys, we all can speak it out, right? Speak faster by even saying that I want to add my point. Sorry for interruption. Be quick.
Can I
I
say
think we
now?
have 5 to 6 minutes
I want to
more. Yeah,
add my
continue.
Ma'am, can I go
Continue,
now?
continue. Yes, Devanshi.
A very warm good evening to one and all present here, honorable judges and members of the House. Today, I, Devansh Chakraborty, rise to urge to reject the motion this House would implement a universal basic income in developing countries. This vision may seem compassionate, but beneath it its surface lurks the deep dangers and stark realities that we cannot ignore. Firstly, it is unaffordable and unsustainable fantasy. Let us be very clear here. Universal basic income, also known as UBI, is breathtakingly expensive. In countries where children go hungry and hospitals lack medicine, the promise to pay every citizen a granted monthly sum would drain the fragile public budgets. Studies show that financing even a modest UBI at half the international poverty line requires funds that developing nations simply do not have. If governments fund it through income or labor taxes, the formal sector shrinks, reducing jobs, investments, and human development. If financed through consumption taxes, it raises prices, stifles growth, and hits the poorest the hardest. Secondly, it is a blow to the poorest and the most vulnerable. While advocates claim that UBI endows dignity, in practice, it risks taking from the needy to give to the well off. When money is spread thinly among all, essential targeted supports, food, aid, medical care, child welfare are cut short. According to the Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development and leading researchers, the poorest three income quintiles stand to lose the most, while many middle and upper income citizens receive an unneeded windfall. This is not just inefficient, it is simply unjust. Thirdly, weakening work and weakening progress. UBI by design is paid regardless of effort or employment. It simply means that every single person will have a regular cash payment cash flow regardless of whether they work or whether they don't. Evidence warns that this undermines the incentive to work, especially among the most vulnerable. People will become lazy, they'll become dependent, they'll be thinking, oh, I don't need to work because I'll anyways be paid by the government whether I work or not. This is not right, because this will lead to a loss in ambition, and it will form new forms of inequality. Fourthly, systematic and practical failures. In developing nations, massive informal economies make it nearly impossible to tax efficiently. Verification systems are weak, record keeping is patchy, and outreach efforts fall flat. The administrative hurdles for delivering a truly universal income, ensuring no duplication, errors, or exclusions, are colossal. Every dollar wasted is a dollar snatched from health, education, or life-saving infrastructure. Moreover, no major UPI experiment around the world, whether in rich or poor countries, has demonstrated that such a policy can ever be simultaneously inclusive, sufficient, and sustainable for all. There are better alternatives out there. Let us not trade targeted, effective tools such as conditional cash transfer that are proven to improve school enrollment, nutrition, and health for a blunt and costly universal experiment. UBI does not cure addiction, poor health, or lack of skills. It does not fix broken schools or hospitals. It does not offer more hope for a better life. It simply spreads too little, too many. To conclude, I would just say that compassionate intentions must never blind us to the harsh realities. Universal basic income in developing countries is not a shortcut to dignity. It is a costly diversion from what works, a risk to the poor, and a potential handbrake on genuine progress. Let us focus on strengthening schools, hospitals, and targeted support for those truly in need. Let us build real opportunity, not illusion. With this, I would like to conclude this piece. Thank you.
Quickly, anyone else?
I want to
UBI
add up
and
my point that the in the countries when day by day the people are increasing, uh, so the government also have to make a new rules and have to take the are taking the tax and increasing more things and uh, and they have to take sometimes they have to make the decision that what have to do.
Absolutely. I want to add my point that Devanshi said that UBI cannot add basic soft skills and in their people. That I want to say that cut to in essential support can push more people in more population country like India into poverty or deep existing poverty. Then we face more difficulties in our future. So it is a need to increase UBI.
I would like
Can I give a counter argument to this?
Yes, yes, quickly, Devansh.
Oh, okay. So, Swati, you said that UBI is necessary because otherwise it will push countries into poverty. But I guess you're just forgetting the point where I said that if you give UBI, people will become lazy. They won't work. They'll be dependent on the money from coming from the government. They'll be like, oh, let's chill. Don't have to go to work because the government will anyways pay me. That's just not right because people will become lazy. They'll become dependent. The economy will crash. And we should understand that for the money which the UBI like promises to pay, that also comes from the taxes collected from the people of the country, and we can pay the taxes only when we work and the economy generates something. Otherwise, where will the
But
cash
if
for the
the
UBI come
but
from?
but i- but the
That's
person the but if the person have no money, having a trouble, so government have to help them.
Absolutely, Devanshi. And I want to add that in India, only 0.2% people have paid the income tax, which is, I know that they are helping to development in our country. But when we talk about other people's, which is a huge amount of population, when we don't pay the official and universal UBI payment to them, then how they can survive without any income in their family and society?
This is the reason the government should increase the job opportunities but not implement UBI, because that will not work out at all. Because our government doesn't have a huge treasury of money, and whatever the money for the UBI will come from, it will come from us, the people. And if UBI is generated, because it's a very human tendency, if something is handed out to us on a silver platter, arranged beautifully, we are not going to work hard for it. Now people work hard because they know that we have to earn our money. Nobody's going to give us our bread and butter. But if we know that okay, there is this government, our government is there, they are doing everything for us, they'll give us money if you work or not, nobody is going to work. India's economy will crash. Not only India's, any other country's economy will crash. So for this reason, more job opportunities should be brought into the picture, but UBI should not be there. It is not something which will help the citizens of India, or rather should I say of any country. It will just make the people lazy, and the economy will just crash. I'll still stand with my points. I'll not deter from it.
But in job
yeah,
also
that's
Yes,
true.
thank
It
you.
is
they see the caste. They see the caste, and while seeing the clothes and the language of the person, they judge to give the job also. So what the person can do, that she not got he or she not getting a job by the language and the clothes and the caste. So what the fault of the government said that they have to do the job, but the person who has appointed to give the job, he or she not giving the job to the person of their weakness.
But you should
Yes.
create your personality. You should work on your personality rather than depending on government to make you fetch a job. You have to
Absolutely,
work
and
on
I
yourself.
want to add that UBI said 50,000 per month for a local person, but in India, a normal hardworking person get only highest payment at the 30,000 or 35,000 per month. It is a not depending on the government. It is a depend on us that we work on our skills and avoid the unemployment and do hard work for it.
And as
Yeah.
Dipanshu already stated that it's very important to strengthen our governance. We have to improve our governance. We have to standard civil systems to reduce corruption and improve delivery rather than just saying that, oh, you give us some money and we'll work on that and we'll not work on our personality, we'll not work on ourselves and work hard. We just can't depend on government for everything. They are not our parents. We are in a democracy.
I absolutely agree with you, Namia. And just another point I would like to add that Gunika said that the people, they judge the people based on their clothes, the language they speak, or how they behave. Well, at many times, and also based on the caste, religion, gender. Well, many times it also is the person who is judging them. It is their fault also because they grew up with that kind of mentality. So it is high time now that in the 21st century, those kind of people should change their mentality, and they should not judge people based on their what do they say, caste, religion, or gender, something like that. Well, about the clothes, as Namia already said, we should of course work on our personality, so that so that the people, they don't judge us, in a wrong way, just looking at our
Wonderful,
clothes or looking.
wonderful. I think this we can keep on continuing for more half an hour. I think
More
very
than
likely it was. I just wish I could have Sanjeevan. Don't you think so? The group discussion which Madhu ma'am changed it into. Thank you so much, Madhu ma'am, for that innovative idea. Otherwise, we were just planning how to go about it. So nicely, quickly we could
Maybe
wrap
I
it
made
up.
them every
And I
time to do
saw
this in
the
the class.
students so much motivated to speak, and it was so much like, it's very difficult. I think, Sanjeevan, we have to select the best speakers instead of the best
yes,
debater, the best speakers tonight in the group
yes,
discussion. So it was
yes.
very nice. I saw all the kids coming up into motion where we were just planning to divide them into groups and all. So thank you, Madhvi ma'am. Thank you, Sanjeevan. And it's getting late. As we promised, all the kids will send you by 10 o'clock, and we are moving. We have crossed our time limit.
Good night.
Obviously, all will be getting their certificates. But yes, the winners, it will be mentioned first, second, third. But everyone will be a winner for all of us from CWMA Creative Writing Modern Age. We consider each participant a winner. And of course, our youth mentors, and we would love many of you to join our platform as youth mentors like Sanjeevan. He too himself is in studying process, but still with his own qualities, he has groomed himself to be that. And I was really surprised. All the other mentors were also respecting and talking to him as sir. Even Samriddhi was there. They're all students into it. Yeah, Devanshi, we all loved it. It was fun as we all changed it into a different type of a group discussion, full of energy, and the children's got into that motion, into that skill of talking, and that is what we exactly want in platforms like this. We want the kids to talk. We want the kids to open up, outbox whatever they have it inside. Yes, wonderful, Gunika, Hemant, Dipti, Suman, Khurshid, very wonderful. And Kritika, very nice. Of course, Swati, very delightful to hear from you. Sanjivan, we will come up with the best speaker. Later, we will announce it and we'll share it with Dr. Madhvi ma'am. Madhvi ma'am, your final message, and then Sanjivan, you can take the vote of thanks. Madhvi ma'am.
Oh, thank you so much. Means I wasn't means aware that they will able to speak on this topic. I was like, oh my God, this is going to be a very difficult topic for them. But I believe that is the best part because on this topic also they can speak for so long. Other if we would have given some easy topics, so they're like, ma'am, we are going to stay whole night today and we are going to do this. So I am even thankful to you, Professor Rachana and Sanjeevan sir, to believe on them and they really made it. So keep shining and rising, my dear shining stars. Well done, especially who are beginners and you made it because it is just few days for you and you did it. This is something beautiful. Those who hasn't done, don't worry, you will also able to do it. Just give yourself few days because this is how we start. Initially, we listen, right? When you're learning a language, just be a little kid, right? What a kid does. When somebody is speaking, they're smiling, you smile. They're tense, you get tense. They are stressed, then that's just to give you match the emotion, the gesture, the posture. And absolutely, Professor Rachna, your team and your even those students who came from your side, they all were amazing. So I would also love to give them opportunity that our ESC edition of this month is going to be there. So please ask all of them, including Sanjeev sir, Devanshi, and every other student in your team, that they can take a participation and they can be our co-author of the ESC edition, and they can write an article, submit it to us. So we are also going to give a award from ESC institution. Thank you so much once again. Thanks, Vidya.
Yeah. Sanjeevan, for the last vote of thanks from you.
Yes, 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 yes. Before that, I would like to appreciate each one of the students who spoke on the motion. So, I'm a BLLB student, I'm a law student, and for me, this motion was important. That's why I believe that this motion should be selected, and I loved each one of the speeches. And I would like to thank Devi ma'am for taking out her time and giving her insightful thoughts, and Dr. Madhavi Bose for staying till the end and helping us till the end, because we are all confused at what we are supposed to do in regards to the debate. And Madhavi ma'am came and shaved the show at the same time. Thank you, ma'am. And since we could not hear from Professor R.K. Rajput, I hope that we can hear from him in the coming events. And we loved hearing from Dr. Arvind Kumar, so his insightful thoughts once again. Thank you so much for coming to our event. And finally, I would also like to thank Rachana ma'am to organize this event. And thank you, students, for coming today. And thank you for listening to us. And I hope there'll be many more such events where we'd be all together sharing our thoughts, sharing our emotions, and sharing our opinions and perspective. That's what we are supposed to do. Thank you so much, and a very pleasant good night to each one of you. Good night. Take care.
Good night.
Good
Bye
night.
Good
bye.
night.
Good
Thank
beyond
you.
Bye.
words.
Pleasure to connect with all of
Thank
you.
you, ma'am. Thank you,
Yes.
sir.
All your
Nice
Thank you
connecting
so
with
much
you,
certificates
for
will be
giving
ma'am.
sent
this
to you.
Have a well of
opportunity.
Madhvi
time.
ma'am, and she will send it
Pleasure
to
to
you.
connect with you. Sure, 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 Rashma.
Bye bye, all
Thank
of
you,
you.
ma'am. Thank you,
Bye,
sir.
ma'am.
Bye,
You are
ma'am. Bye,
Pleasure
beautiful
to
sir.
connect
Good
beyond
with you.
night.
Bye
words.
bye.
Good
Good
Nice
night.
night.
connecting with you, ma'am. Have a well of time.